Dan Kennedy is the founder and executive director of Kumveka, a nonprofit marketing agency serving Christian ministries worldwide. And he agreed to join us today to talk about his firm's reaction to the COVID crisis. Dan, thanks so much for making time to join us. So, what's been the biggest disruption to your organization during this season?
Well, although we are a nonprofit, we are also a service provider as a marketing agency. And so we really operate downstream of our client base, which are Christian schools and sending agencies and relief and development agencies. And if you kind of use Charlie's term of the idea of managing shock, a lot of organizations, even like my own, are like really putting a hard pause on kind of new cash expenditures. So for us, our existing client base is strong, but new clients are a lot harder to come by. So that's been a significant impact to us, especially in March and April. We were thankful to get the PPP loan. Stephen, thankful for your counsel and all that. It's been really important for us.
So the last few months have brought uncertainty to every organization, including yours, as you just discussed. Where do you see some potential positive outcomes?
As an organization, have followed the counsel of a lot of voices out there, and Charlie puts it in terms of like taking inventory. And so for us, that looked like really holding on to our vision, mission, and values. That is not changing for us in our 10-year history. What has changed, or what we put on the table, is our approach. Like, how do we serve? How do we do marketing? How do we do biz dev? And even the products that we offer. So we've taken a hard look, especially at biz dev, and we just found we can't do it the same way. So it's really relied on going to events. That hasn't happened, of course, and so it's forced us to use our marketing tools to be able to actually meet the needs of our audiences and really connect with new CEOs and leaders of ministries and nonprofits. So I think it's going to make us a healthier organization, and it's also going to make us both sustainable and scalable as well.
And Dan, 2 years down the road, looking back on the pre-COVID world, what do you think you'll miss most?
Yeah. So it definitely it makes you wonder, like, what is going to change? Well, I think that there is something that is relationships won't. How we meet certainly, I think, will. And so I think like how we gather together, how we physically meet, is going to change. And I'm saddened by that. In many ways, like I think that we will not remember the day perhaps when that there was at the airport, right, where you're always washing your hands, or people are wearing masks. So I think that I think I'll look back and miss some of these days because I think a lot of that's going to shift.
Yeah. And then similarly, 2 years out, as we're thinking about what's changed, what might you be most grateful for, you think?
Yeah. I think the crisis has served a pivot point on a number of scales. And so if you think about it on a global scale, like I think it's given us a view towards things that are happening, that we are globally connected. And obviously, unfortunately, we found that out in some pretty tragic ways. But I think it's given us a bigger view of that. I think it's also, like, on a very small scale, helped us to even better see our neighbors. So I think, like, very locally, like, it's helped us see that. Then I would even say there's a middle point of like organizations like mine and for you two to be able to really evaluate like what is strong about us and what is enduring. And so I think I'm grateful for that during this season.
Yeah. Well, always a pleasure, Dan. Thanks for joining us. Anything kind of final words, things you want to add?
Yeah. So the only I would add is that just if you're a leader of a Christian ministry or nonprofit, you're the people that we desire to serve. That is our mission. So just as we've taken inventory of our digital marketing, I would invite you to do the same. And if it's helpful to engage in that conversation, I would love to be able to have that opportunity. And the tools that are available to both target and test are just extraordinary. So I think it's a great opportunity for all of us to relook at things like that.
Thanks so much for joining us, Dan. We really appreciate it. Everyone, keep the faith. We're all in this together. Thanks so much. Bye.